Hello traders, I know pretty well that once in a while you have gone through a loss, whether it's a big or a small loss. So a loss is usually just a loss. However, there are some losses that are more big and they become so difficult for us to handle as a trader. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can be able to handle a loss, how to cope with it, and how to go past it, and how to learn from it and prevent it from reoccurring in the future. But before we get started, please ensure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and leave any comment or question in the section below. For any free board, please ensure you check my description. I'll outline down there on how to get a free board. Now, that's being said, now let's just jump directly into our today's video. Now, one thing that I know pretty sure is that every trader goes through a loss, but there are losses that will always make you or me step back. Why? Because the impact they leave behind is usually very, very big. However, this is very understandable because it's one of the survival tactics that it's part of our brain. It's referred to as lizard brain, and that instinct helps us actually to avoid a negative stimuli that may hurt us at the end, whether from stress, anxiety, or pain. A good example is that when you're bitten with a snake, every time you see something that resembles a snake, you always fear, and the release of adrenaline hormone is always ready that you may take a flight. So you develop a defensive mechanism from that kind of impulse or a stimuli that you experienced earlier. So the wise people say that once bitten, you become twice shy. Another good example is that basic biology teaches us that when you touch a hot object or substance and maybe you get burnt, that's registered in your mind or brain, and next time if you go past that thing, then you'll not be able to touch it, because for sure you'll understand that last time I touched this thing and it burnt me. So we can apply that one in our trading psychology. And for sure, for instance of this example, a particular day you go into trading, lose $1,000 in a trade. That memory will always remain and reminds you every day that every time you maybe want to trade again, there's a kind of fear, stress, and anxiety that comes in, because you remember the day you lost maybe $1,000. Now, the question we need to ask ourselves is that since a loss is quite inevitable in trading, how do we handle a loss? Because we're not going to avoid losses, and there is no way we can avoid that. So the best way to handle a loss is to accept that a loss has occurred and accept it's part of a trading process. And own the mistake. Don't try to deny it, because failure to deny it may lead to more losses. Try to analyze what went wrong, so that whether it was maybe due to bad timing or the volatility of the market or unexpected changes in the market that may result you to get a loss. So that is how you can be able to actually handle it. Point number 2 is that now once you have accepted a loss, the next thing that actually will come to you is how now do you cope with that loss, because you've already lost the money. So coping with loss, sometimes it's very, very difficult. For instance, if you borrowed the money and it's gone, it's not that easy to cope with that. But all in all, you need to remain focused and positive. So the following are the measures that can really help us actually remain positive. And number 1 is try to practice what we call self-care. How do you practice self-care? You eat well, you take enough sleep, you practice regularly. This can actually help you remain positive in everything that you are doing. Number 2, take a break from trading for some times, because this can actually help you recharge and also rejuvenate and refocus, maybe afresh. Number 3, talk to a mentor. It's good to reach out to your mentor when you face such kind of situation, since they may help you actually find out maybe where the problem is and also fix the problem. Fourth is that ensure you focus on the long-term goal. Don't let just maybe a single loss you have experienced ruin your goal or remove you from the path that you would focus on at the end of it all. So ensure you focus on your long-term goal that you may be written down. So that's the only thing that can actually help you cope with that. Number 3 is how to go past a loss. As you know that experiencing a loss in a trade can be very difficult and emotional experience, but it's good to overcome it and start trading again. Just like in a relationship, when you're heartbroken, it's good to move on, but that doesn't mean that you stop maybe going into other relationship. You can decide to break one and join another relationship. And so whatever you need to do is, number 1, you have to reframe your mindset. Instead of just focusing on a loss, you can focus on the opportunities that are ahead of you. Number 2, what you need to do is review your trading plan and make a few adjustments that actually can make you prevent similar losses from recurring in the future. 3 is that you need to get to the market once you feel that you have made necessary adjustment either on your trading plan, and you can even start trading with the smaller stakes or sizes and then go back to the initial sizes when you feel that you have gained enough confidence. Number 4, it's very important to learn from your losses, and learning is a lifelong process. So it's mandatory that you learn from your previous mistake, because mistakes are the best teacher, since this will actually help you to improve your trading strategy and also techniques, and also avoid any future losses. So the best way to learn is, number 1, you have to analyze your previous trade and fish out the mistakes or factors that basically contributed to your losses. And finally, how do we prevent the loss from recurring in the future? 1 is that you must set a stop loss order. This will actually help you exit a trade automatically when you go through against, when maybe the trade goes against you. Number 2, you have to diversify your portfolio. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Try to invest in other things like stocks and so on. Number 3 is use a proper sizing or stake, at least 1% of your account. 4, avoid emotional trading and practice proper risk management. So by following the above steps that we have handled, I'm quite very sure that it will be very easy for you to handle a loss in trading, cope with it, go past it, learn from it, and also prevent it from reoccurring in the future. You should always actually remember that trading is a long-term process and that losses are a normal part of a journey. So with patience, resilience, and willingness to learn, you can actually achieve a success as a trader. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please remember to subscribe, like this video, and also remember to join my Telegram group for you to access all the free bots. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.